Hi, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? It's Nala. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3 who is rekindling her love for her hobbies, and reading just happens to be one of them. So in this video, we're going to be talking about my TBR, my hopefuls. This is my June hopefuls. Happy Pride Month! I haven't chosen a lot of books for my TBR Pride Month, and it is also the Once Upon a Readathon. I signed up to be on Team Pirates. So a lot of these are going to have a lot of water theme in order to do that. So I've got a few books I have here physically, and then as for like non-physical, I don't know, I haven't really looked. We're just going to dive into this. Some of these I don't know the synopsis of them because I like going unsurprised. First book that I'm reading this month is A Court of Silver Flames. Last month I did a reread of the first 3. I read it to prepare myself for this baby. And everybody's like, well, you haven't read that yet? What the heck? You haven't read that yet? You better get on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting on it, finally. As someone whose favorite bad boy is Cassian, I feel like this is going to be a really good book for me. Next book that I have here is The Bridge Kingdom. And this was gifted to me by one of my friends over on Bookstagram. I've heard so many lovely things about this, and I already, prediction, this is going to be a 5-star, I'm sure. Can I do this? Can I juggle a baby, a book, and a microphone? She's Wonder Woman. A princess trained from childhood to be a lethal spy, Lara knows that the Bridge Kingdom represents both legendary evil and legendary promise, the only route through a storm-ravaged world. The Bridge Kingdom controls all trade and travel between lands, allowing its ruler to enrich himself and deprive his enemies, including Lara's homeland. So when she is sent as a bride under the guise of fulfilling a treaty of peace, Lara is prepared to do whatever it takes to fracture the defenses of the impenetrable Bridge Kingdom. Sounds fan-freaking-tastic, and I hear that, the first chapter hits really hard. I'm losing my mind here. Okay, he's entertained. We have to make this quick. I am reading Heir of Fire. Do you remember whenever this was on my TBR for March? And April? And May? We'll see if it happens. Perhaps it will happen this year. I don't know. Or this month. Perhaps this year. Maybe this month. We'll see if it happens. I know it's going to be good. And I know that this is where people say this is their favorite book of the entire series. And this is where shit goes down. But you know what? I just, for some reason, keep putting it off. Barbarian Lover. And I've got a friend who is reading this series right now and keeps telling me, girl, you gotta keep reading. Girl, keep going. Keep going, keep going. And so here I am. I got the book plate. I'm special. And it came with a sticker and stuff. Pretty cool. So I'll probably read this. I love the new covers on these. Barbarian Lover series is pure smut. Just smutty smut, 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 smut. So I figured I'd slide one smutty book into there this month. And then I have Tattered, which is another water themed book for the readathon. Thea Landry has always known her place in modern-day society is somewhere just above the trash can her mother dumped her in as a newborn, but below the class where much comes easy. With her tattered shoes and bargain bin clothes, her life has never been full of glamour. So when a rich and charismatic man takes interest, she doesn't fool herself into thinking their encounter is anything more than one night stand. Months later, she's kicking herself for not getting his phone number or his last name. She's given up hope in ever seeing him again, until one day, years later, Logan Kendrick waltzes into her life once more and turns everything she's built upside down. This time around, she won't make the same mistake. She's going to fight to keep him in their life, not for herself, but for their daughter. I've read a lot of webtoons, and there's watched a lot of K-dramas where the woman ends up getting knocked up by super rich CEO guy. So I've enjoyed those a lot. So I think that I might enjoy this. And Daphne Perry was so sweet to send me that herself. Like I said, I like to have a little bit of a mixture in there in the month. So some contemporary romance, some smut, some fantasy. I am dipping my toes into thriller and suspense. It's been a long time since I've read any of that. So I've got The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I saw this at my library for 50 cents, and it's a real short read. I think it's supposed to be a little bit suspenseful. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know much about it. Middle-aged man returns to his childhood home to attend a funeral. Although the house he lived in is long gone, he is drawn to the farm at the end of the road, where, when he was 7, he encountered a most remarkable girl, Letty Hempstock, and her mother and grandmother. He hasn't thought of Letty in decades, and yet as he sits by the pond, a pond that she claimed was an ocean, Behind the old ramshackled farmhouse where she once lived, the unremembered past comes flooding back, and it is a past too strange, too frightening, too dangerous to have happened to anyone, let alone a small boy. Sounds pretty suspenseful. I would like to add some more LGBTQ books into my TBR. I'm gonna go and like see what I can pick up for Kindle Unlimited, and I might do a whole separate video on that. I wish I would have included it in this one. The last book that I have here that is physical, because this is gonna be my physical hopefuls, is Worthwing. And this has been hyped so highly on Bookstagram, Book Talk, BookTube. Everybody's talking about it. And I'm getting mad FOMO and I want to be a part of it. And just how beautiful are these edges? It's my first sprayed edge and it's so gorgeous. I love how available it was for like the general public to get sprayed edges. Well, it's cool that it's only the first edition, so it is still special, but also it was more made available. These end papers. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls. Get books with gorgeous end papers. Anyways, I don't know too much about this book because, like I said, I like going into my books with a little bit of surprise. I just know that it's a military style school where there's different branches where you can train to go into different branches of the military. And it is like a dragon military academy sort of thing. Enemies to lovers. Basically everybody says that everything that a fantasy book should be is this. So I'm very eager to read that this month. All of my friends have read it. I'm the only one that hasn't, so I need to get the move on. That's it that I have for the TBR. Physical wise, I need to go through my Kindle. I would like to get some LGBTQ specific books, and I would have liked to include it in here, but as you can see, I did not have much time to think about what I need. I have an audience watching me. All three of my kids are sitting here watching me. I just literally looked at what was on my shelf and pulled a few off. Yeah, okay. I hope you have a beautiful day and leave me a moon emoji. Any moon emoji. It's fine. Child of the moon. Okay, I hope you have a beautiful day and of course stay excellent. Bye.